I'm Janine Schultz, FM News, and we're standing outside the Harris Theater for the opening night extravaganza of the 47th Chicago International Film Festival. They're screening the movie The Last Rites of Joe May, starring Dennis Farina, and we're going to go inside and stand on the red carpet and talk to some of the film stars. All right, so basically, just can you talk a little about filming in Chicago and what was that like for you? And were you familiar with the city prior to coming here for filming?
Vaguely familiar with Chicago, but my husband is more than me. He did a series here, but I came in the winter. We shot on the streets in the winter, so that's very different from California.
Yeah, I always call her and be like, "Are you getting out and seeing the city?" She's like, "No."
And you're not going to get any sympathy from us because it's called Everyday Waking Up.
Oh, and it was very windy and winter.
And I guess how is it working with? I mean, Dennis Farina. You share a lot of scenes with him, but everyone on the film. I mean, Gary Cole and kind of these, legendary actors.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to work with Gary Cole much. I wish, but he's a really nice guy. Dennis Farina, he's, it's living an experience out with him on camera. And the camera's just the fly on the wall. It was fantastic. He's very subtle, great actor, and he really is just he's a gentleman. He's really nice. So
and I guess how did you, prepare? Did you guys prepare ahead of time for your scenes, or was it really kind of like we're just going to go do this on camera? Because I mean, your characters, share a lot of intimate, moments.
Did you have rehearsals?
Yeah, I guess just what were the discussions like between the two of you as far as like how we're going to play these two people, or how did you guys get comfortable with each other?
We kind of prepared in our own way, and then just came together and let the magic happen. We had no rehearsals. We discussed things separately with the director about where he thought things were going and stuff, and just went with the flow. It turned out good.
and Marshall, can I ask you a question, Marshall?
Yes.
It's so I'm so upset to see you gone from True Blood, but in True Blood lore, I mean, people come back all the time. Can we expect to see you?
I hope so. I'd love to be like, I don't know, some kind of ghost, maybe haunt Sam, or who knows? It's very possible, and I'd love to come back, but
I guess how was that whole experience? I mean, it was such a love-hate character for the audience. It was like every time you just wanted him to succeed. At the same time, you wanted to say, could you not screw everything up?
That's exactly the same thing I was saying. No, it was such a great experience because everybody on True Blood is so talented, and they do everything to the best of their ability, and that's just such a wonderful show because you have humor in it, and there's violence, and there's sex, and you get, as an actor, it was so much fun to play with all that stuff, so I was really happy that they allowed Tommy to have somewhat of a redemption. I always thought it was perfect that he was a failed martyr, because Tommy would always make one good decision and then have two bad ones. So it was just really ironic and fitting for me that he was kind of a failed martyr, so it was tragic, and that was his outcome, And
just finally, what's ahead for both of you? What projects are coming up?
I'm going back to shoot probably in about a month the second season of The Killing. It's on AMC. And I have another movie that I did called Any Day Now with Alan Cumming and Garrett Dillahunt. I don't know when that's coming out, but I just did that on my hiatus, so.
And I have a movie called Jane Mansfield's Car coming out. It's Billy Bob Thornton's writer-director starring in with Robert Duvall and Kevin Bacon. It's a really fun one. And then another one called Blue Like Jazz.
So now you don't even have to be connected by degrees to Kevin Bacon. You're one.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm 1 degree. We made buttons. Everybody on set, we made buttons that said 1 degree and had little bacon strips on it. And then we gave him one that said 0 degrees on it. He wore it. He was a good sport. He's a great guy, He's a great guy. Great.
That's the cleverest thing I think I've ever heard. That's brilliant.
Great. It was great. We had a lot of fun, and he's amazing.
Great. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I'll let you move on.